In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, he told me, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. He didn't say any more, but we've always been unusually communicative in a reserved way, and I understood that he meant a great deal more than that. In consequence, I'm inclined to reserve all judgments, a habit that has opened up many curious natures to me and also made me the victim of not a few veteran bores. The abnormal mind is quick to detect and attach itself to this quality when it appears in a normal person, and so it came about that in college I was unjustly accused of being a politician, because I was privy to the secret griefs of wild, unknown men. Most of the confidences were unsought. Frequently I have feigned sleep, preoccupation, or a hostile levity when I realized by some unmistakable sign that an intimate revelation was quivering on the horizon. For the intimate revelations of young men, or at least the terms in which they express them, are usually plagiaristic and marred by obvious suppressions. Reserving judgments is a matter of infinite hope. I am still a little afraid of missing something if I forget that, as my father snobbishly suggested, and I snobbishly repeat, a sense of the fundamental decencies is parcelled out unequally at birth. And, after boasting this way of my tolerance, I come to the admission that it has a limit. Conduct may be founded on the hard rock or the wet marshes, but after a certain point I don't care what it's founded on. When I came back from the East last autumn, I felt that I wanted the world to be in uniform and at a sort of moral attention forever. I wanted no more riotous excursions with privileged glimpses into the human heart. Only Gatsby, the man who gives his name to this book, was exempt from my reaction. Gatsby, who represented everything for which I have an unaffected scorn. If personality is an unbroken series of successful gestures, then there was something gorgeous about him, some heightened sensitivity to the promises of life, as if he were related to one of those intricate machines that register earthquakes 10,000 miles away. This responsiveness had nothing to do with that flabby impressionability which is dignified under the name of the creative temperament. It was an extraordinary gift for hope, a romantic readiness such as I have never found in any other person, and which it is not likely I shall ever find again. No, Gatsby turned out all right at the end. It is what preyed on Gatsby, what foul dust floated in the wake of his dreams that temporarily closed out my interest in the abortive sorrows and short-winded elations. My family have been prominent, well-to-do people in this middle western city for 3 generations. The Carraways are something of a clan, and we have a tradition that we're descended from the Dukes of Buccleuch, but the actual founder of my line was my grandfather's brother, who came here in '51, sent a substitute to the Civil War, and started the wholesale hardware business that my father carries on today. I never saw this great uncle, but I'm supposed to look like him, with special reference to the rather hard-boiled painting that hangs in Father's office. I graduated from New Haven in 1915, just a quarter of a century after my father, and a little later I participated in that delayed Teutonic migration known as the Great War. I enjoyed the counter-raid so thoroughly that I came back restless. Instead of being the warm center of the world, the Middle West now seemed like the ragged edge of the universe, so I decided to go east and learn the bond business. Everybody I knew was in the bond business, so I supposed it could support one more single man. All my aunts and uncles talked it over as if they were choosing a prep school for me, and finally said, "Why, yes," with very grave, hesitant faces. Father agreed to finance me for a year, and after various delays I came east, permanently, I thought, in the spring of '22. The practical thing was to find rooms in the city, but it was a warm season, and I had just left a country of wide lawns and friendly trees. So when a young man at the office suggested that we take a house together in a commuting town, it sounded like a great idea. He found the house, a weather-beaten cardboard bungalow at $80 a month, but at the last minute the firm ordered him to Washington, and I went out to the country alone. I had a dog, or at least I had him for a few days until he ran away, and an old Dodge, and a Finnish woman who made my bed and cooked breakfast and muttered Finnish wisdom to herself over the electric stove. It was lonely for a day or so, until one morning some man more recently arrived than I stopped me on the road. "How do you get to West Egg Village?" he asked helplessly. I told him, and as I walked on I was lonely no longer. I was a guide, a pathfinder, an original settler. He had casually conferred on me the freedom of the neighborhood. And so, with the sunshine and the great bursts of leaves growing on the trees just as things grow in fast movies, I had that familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer. There was so much to read, for one thing, and so much fine health to be pulled down out of the young, breath-giving air. I bought a dozen volumes on banking and credit and investment securities, and they stood on my shelf in red and gold like new money from the mint, promising to unfold the shining secrets that only Midas and Morgan and Maecenas knew. And I had the high intention of reading many other books besides. I was rather literary in college. One year I wrote a series of very solemn and obvious editorials for the Yale News, and now I was going to bring back all such things into my life and become again that most limited of all specialists, the well-rounded man. This isn't just an epigram. Life is much more successfully looked at from a single window, after all. It was a matter of chance that I should have rented a house in one of the strangest communities in North America. It was on that slender, riotous island which extends itself due east of natural curiosities to unusual formations of land. 20 miles from the city, a pair of enormous eggs, identical in contour and separated only by a courtesy bay, jut out into the most domesticated body of salt water in the Western Hemisphere, the great wet barnyard of Long Island Sound. They are not perfect ovals like the egg in the Columbus story. They are both crushed flat at the contact end. But their physical resemblance must be a source of perpetual confusion to the gulls that fly overhead. To the wingless, a more arresting phenomenon is their dissimilarity in every particular except shape and size. I lived at West Egg, the less fashionable of the two, though this is a most superficial tag to express the bizarre and not a little sinister contrast between them. My house was at the very tip of the egg, only 50 yards from the Sound, and squeezed between two huge places that rented for $12,000 or $15,000 a season. The one on my right was a colossal affair by any standard. It was a factual imitation of some Hôtel de Ville in Normandy, with a tower on one side, spanking new under a thin beard of raw ivy, and a marble swimming pool and more than 40 acres of lawn and garden. It was Gatsby's mansion. Or rather, as I didn't know Mr. Gatsby, it was a mansion inhabited by a gentleman of that name. My own house was an eyesore, but it was a small eyesore, and it had been overlooked, so I had a view of the water, a partial view of my neighbor's lawn, and the consoling proximity of millionaires, all for $80 a month. Across the courtesy bay, the white palaces of fashionable East Egg glittered along the water, and the history of the summer really begins on the evening I drove over there to have dinner with the Tom Buchanans.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with my mouth. All right? I'm gonna put your cock in my mouth, and I'm gonna bite it up, big...
Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Copper. I teach a class here on my YouTube channel via live stream every single Wednesday through Sunday from 2 to 4 PM and 8 to 10 PM Central Standard Time. I talk about a very wide variety of topics here on my YouTube channel, ranging from social justice to, of course, we'll look at video games and we'll review video games. and such. Today we're gonna be looking at emojis, and we're gonna be talking about emojis. Are they problematic? I don't know. To be honest with all of you, though, here's the thing. There are some of them that are a bit problematic, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, the biggest issue with emojis, right, is for a long time we actually didn't have like Harold Border, how are you doing? Alright. Harold Border has been a member for 4 months. Can't believe it's been 4 months since I joined this elite, super-based egg club, and 3 since I finished Inside Your Wife. Time sure flies at CopperCab. That is a loving and very respectful comment from Harold Border. Interesting. Indeed. Harold, if you could be so kind as to remove yourself from this call and from this stream, that would be lovely. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. I really would. Thank you very much. I really don't appreciate the comments. But yes, I see a little emoji in the live chat, Harold Border. Don't you have Bald and Bankrupt's ass to be fucking right now? Why don't you go and fuck Bald and Bankrupt in the ass? Or does he fuck you in the ass? I don't want to know. I would assume that you're probably a closeted bottom, aren't you? You're probably a bottom, Harold Border. I could imagine you being a bottom. A bottom. Alright. Well, lads, lasses, gentlemen, ladies, we're going to be talking about emojis tonight. It's going to be pretty wonderful. I'm very excited about it. And, yes. So, everyone in the live chat, if you don't mind, if you have access to emojis, if you're on a phone or a tablet, why don't all of you put your favorite emoji in the live chat? Oh, goodness gracious, I actually forgot to turn my CCM light on. Give me one moment. There we go. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I hope all of you have been well. No can do, Mr. Jones. I'm staying until CopperChat appears. Well, I regret to inform you, Mr. Boulder, that CopperChat will not be appearing tonight. Not tonight. Not on this premises. Or on these premises. But anyway, we're going to be looking at some emojis. I have one particular issue with emojis, and it's probably my biggest issue. There is no pregnant man emoji. Now, see, we have a problem there, because, I've had issues with emojis in the past, as all of you know. I had to champion, essentially. I had to campaign for gingers to get an emoji. I was actually one of the lead reasons we got a ginger emoji. Every time you use your phone or your tablet, or go to emojipedia, .com, and you see the red-headed emoji there, I'm not taking the credit for it, but I have been mentioned in quite a few articles on the topic, on that specific subject. I've been mentioned because of my very loud campaigning. I'll show you. Ginger emoji. If you just Google CopperCab, if you simply Google CopperCab ginger emoji in that order, or any order probably, ginger emojis are finally on the way. This is on the sun. You see CopperCab. You see CopperCab. You see CopperCab. I mean, this is 2017, and again a follow-up one in 2018. I made a video about it. The movement has been welcomed by redheaded equality campaigner and world-famous YouTuber CopperCab. I strongly feel it's important that minority groups such as gingers are represented via emojis, because emojis are quite literally the fastest growing language in human history, and it's being used globally. CopperCab said exclusively to the Stone Online. No matter where you're from or where you're going, you're guaranteed to come across emojis, and everyone understands them. Everyone deserves an emoji, and I'm beyond happy that the tech companies have finally made the right decision by providing us with ginger emojis. And again, this is a year later, June 2018. Of course, mentioning me again. And of course, I made a video about it a long time ago. The movement was welcomed to CopperCab. Blah, 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 blah. Outrage. Social media. Redheads are fighting for a long-awaited ginger emoji. You know. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Furthermore, YouTuber and ginger activist CopperCab of Gingers Have Souls fame added his voice to the fight for justice, stating in an interview that redheads have suffered enough setbacks because of our genetics, such as being sunburned more easily. Despite this, there are people out there that still dispute his claims that gingers have souls, with some going as far. This website's being a dick. But anyway, the point is, I don't say this to brag or to try to take credit. I simply say this to say that if enough of us raise our voices or raise our hands up in the air and express ourselves online, we can affect true, genuine change. And I feel like we need to be not shaming, but we need to express
social justice.
our,
1, 2, 3.
our
I wanna
anger.
be PC. It's just the way to be for me and you. Your hateful slurs are through. I call wee on you.
Alright, Brass Bus, if you don't mind, Brass Bus, I'm actually in the middle of a spiel here.
Cameron.
I know you have problems with emojis, but don't you also have a problem with ED? Erectile dysfunction? No. Oh goodness. No. I do not have any problems with erectile dysfunction. Fortunately, I'm fine. My penis works very well. Thank you. I'm glad that you're concerned, though. I'm glad that you're worried about how my penis is doing. You know, it is quite interesting to me that my penis is on so many of your minds. Perhaps you are maybe a little having a crush on me. That's okay, though. I do not judge you, Brass Bus, or anyone else who can't seem to shake the copper cock, copper's cock out of their minds. I went to say mouths for a moment. Pardon me. I meant minds. No, my penis is working very well. Thank you very much, though, for asking, and thank you for thinking about my penis so much, and being so worried about my penis and how it's performing. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be fucking you with it, so you shouldn't be too concerned. But anyway,
taste me, try me. I'm too nice. Like to shout, like to scream.
1 tubby tubby. 2 tubby tubby. Jelly rolls. Shake those mommy milkers for us, Copper. We wanna see those mommy milkers shake and move. Ginger is not a race, 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 respectfully.
Politely, respectfully, I would say. I have to disagree with you, sir. Mr. Mr. Chad, if you will. Ginger is in fact a race, in my honest opinion, in my humble opinion. Ginger is a race, but you're more than happy to disagree. You're more than welcome to disagree with me. I believe everyone has, the right to their own opinion. We're not always gonna agree on everything. That's totally normal. And yeah. Excuse me in the live chat, if you wouldn't spam, I would appreciate that. I don't know what they mean by a book. But anyway.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with my mouth.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna put your cock in my mouth, and I'm gonna bite it off, big.
Alright, Max. You talk funny, lol. Why do you talk different now? Great to see you, though. No, I do not talk funny. Well, I do suppose that funny is subjective, so you might find my accent a bit humorous. That is funny, isn't it?
Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch on their knees wanting to suck cowboy cock.
Oh boy. Alright, you fat something ginger teacher is here now. Show me my page and stop with that horrible accent. It's insulting to us British viewers. You racist F-A-G-G-O-T. Wow. Alright. Well, excuse me. Pardon me. I'm actually from the UK. Originally, that's where my family is from. So, I do not know what you're going on about, mate. But I'm genuinely confused. Copper is high again. First of all, I do not partake. I choose not to partake in the poison of marijuana. My poison of choice, on a rare occasion, is alcohol, and I don't do that very often either. Only on the blue moon, only on the rare occasion, do I partake in drinking alcoholic beverages. Last night, of course, I partook. Is that a word? Partook? I had partaken in some margaritas, which was very wonderful. They were strawberry flavored, and my wife, Aubrey, you probably know, not only salted the rim, and not the rim of my asshole, the rim of the cup, put shredded ice in it, salted rim, margarita salt, and also put a delicious orange slice on the rim. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was absolutely exquisite. And, yeah, it was quite wonderful. So, how are all of you doing? First of all, I'm very, very pleased to see you. Those of you who decided to join me tonight, those of you who, for whatever reason, decide to stick around, I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. How do I say this? Well, I really don't have much to say right now. I was planning on doing a video game. Playing a game. Oh, that's right. It's come back to me now. I've just snapped back to reality. Emojis. What emojis do you like? Do you lot, like you lot right now in the live chat, what emojis do you like? Which one? Which one? What's your favorite emoji? Well, I'll tell you, mate. I'll tell you what my favorite emoji is. My favorite emoji is probably the redhead, because I helped campaign to get it. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. So like, right. So the problem. Excuse me. Right. Listen. Okay. A mechanic. It sounds like a mechanic. Are you a mechanic? It sounds like a mechanic for the vagina. A mechanic. So right. Here's the issue. I think that there should be a pregnant man. And now, I know a lot of you are probably going to laugh. A lot of you are probably going to just go, oh, Jesus. Another CopperCab take. Oh, also bloody fucking awful. Alright, social justice warrior, blah, blah, blah. You know your spiel. We get it. Well, here's the thing, mate. Alright, and just hear me out here. I really do believe that we should have a pregnant man emoji. Because, you see, it's 2021. Alright? It's 2021. We should have an emoji for pregnant men. Now, and I'll tell you something else. What's interesting? If you look at the title, or is it down there, or is it up there? Where is the title for the stream on your screen? Well, if you don't mind, give it a quick glance, and you will notice at the very end of the title, you're gonna see a little cube, a little square, right? Little square. And what that is actually, it's interesting. What that is actually a pregnant man emoji. And I'll show you it right here on my screen. I actually put this emoji in the title to prove a point. This should be an emoji. They have it. They've got it in the Emojipedia, and they've got on Google. Google actually has a pregnant man emoji, which is wonderful. Bravo, Google. But here's the problem, alright? There's not one on YouTube. There's not one on Twitter. There's not one on your iPhone, which is probably, your smartphone, which is probably the most used place for emojis, I would guess. Like via text message, what have you. So it's like, you really don't have a pregnant man emoji. I mean, you go to Emojipedia, you type in pregnant man right here, pregnant. You get pregnant woman, of course. Look at the difference. Look. Apple, Google, Samsung, Microsoft, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Skype, Joy Pixels, OpenMoji, Emojidex, Emojipedia, LG, and the list goes on. Or does it? Maybe not. But for pregnant person, pregnant man, alright, we've got nothing. What is the issue, people? Why? Men can get pregnant now. Whether you agree with it or not, people that are identifying male are getting pregnant and they're having children of their own. And I feel like, these people should be represented at least just a bit. I mean, really more than a bit, obviously. But they're not getting any kind of exposure. They're not getting any kind of representation. It's really sad to see. And I just hope that Emojipedia, Emojis, whoever's running these, whatever consortium is running emojis, and whoever decides, whatever group is deciding what emojis are, of course, sent through the pipeline, the proverbial pipeline. It would be absolutely lovely if we get things like a tampon emoji. If we got more than just a little blood drop, because a blood drop can mean a lot of things, but I'd love it if we had specifically for a period, But anyway, let's see. We do have a new video though that just dropped. This is in January of 29th of this is
Taste me, try me. I'm too nice. Like to shout, like to scream.
Hey Turkey Cab, I can't wait for Thanksgiving tomorrow with the 2 turkeys I shot yesterday for our table. I hope you a happy Thanksgiving. Fatty ginger, 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 fatty ginger.
What? Anyway, right. So if you look, we've got a new actually, what's funny is that September of this year? No? When was this? This was January 29th, 2020, and this was the very last thing. Okay? The last video that the Emojipedia actually uploaded, and this is a set of new emojis we probably have already now, but 117. Different skin tone options. We should also get more skin tones. Ninja. Now, I like that there is a new options for women or gender inclusive person. I think that that's absolutely remarkable. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You get new options for gender inclusive person or man. I believe there's a lag right now. Is the lag over? Oh wow. Mixes clause. So instead of Santa or Mrs. Claus, it's actually MX clause, gender inclusive person wearing a Christmas hat. I love it. I absolutely love it. I applaud it. I would love more of it. Oh. Feeding baby. I'm not seeing a I'm not seeing a pregnant emoji. Oh my gosh, doesn't bubble tea sound amazing right now? Doesn't bubble tea absolutely just sound brilliant? I would love to have some bubble tea right now.
Taste
I
me,
believe bubble tea
try
is
me.
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I'm too nice. Like to shout, like to scream.
Alright everybody, drop a 111 in the live chat if you'd like, if you would like for me to drop this accent and get back to if you'd like to get me to drop this accent, go ahead and drop a 111. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's open up the browser. I'll do a little poll. Alright everybody, I did a little poll in the live chat. If you're going to go and give that little check. There's 3 you can pick from. There's the normal, no accent. There's the British, and then there's the girl. Which of those 3 would you like for me to be speaking with for the rest of the stream? Which... It would appear that the girl so far is winning. Oh no, the normal accent. The normal accent is going off right now. Leave the British accent. Well, I'm quite the fan of the British accent that I'm doing right now. I believe that my British accent is I believe I sound more British than any other British person you've ever met. I'll tell you what right now.
I've come in my pants. I can smell penis.
Oh, teacher.
Hey class, the real teacher is here. In today's class we are learning that Turkey Cab is a fat hog who likes to use fake accents to act smart. Turkey Cab, fat cab, go on fat boy, shake those mommy milkers for everyone and go ahead and show me my page.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, I am not simply trying to act smart. I am smart. Silly goose. But yes, there's currently a poll in the live chat if you'd like to go give that a check. There are 3 accents you can pick from. There is no accent, there is British, there is girl. So this is the normal. This is my normal voice. Hello everyone, my name Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Copper. I teach a class here on my YouTube channel via live stream every single Wednesday through Sunday. Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Copper. I teach a class here on my YouTube channel via live stream every single Wednesday through Sunday.
Hi Hi everyone, my name's Mr. Copper. I teach a class here on my YouTube channel via live stream every single Wednesday through Sunday. Hi, my name's Mr. Copper. I teach a class here on my YouTube channel via live stream every single Wednesday through Sunday from 2 to 4 and 8 to 10.
So which of these three would you like for me
To do.
for the rest of this stream? Alright, everyone. That is your choice. Not really, though. Is it? Not really. You know, I should really not be so posh, to be honest. I really should not be so posh, blimey. Absolutely ridiculous that the British voice is losing currently.
I've come in my pants. I can smell penis.
Okay,
The
first of
only
all,
thing
don't
problematic
talk
here is that
about
adult
the
wants a
fucking Happy
Meal for a
Meal!
grow-up and don't act like a child.
There's
You
nothing
simply
wrong
immature,
with
you
me
would act
wanting to have a
civilized
fucking
adult,
Happy
and maybe
Meal.
you would be respected.
Stop it! Okay, I have tried to be kind and patient with you twits! Alright? Please! Alright.
Wow, that's all you clowns can come up with. Fat Turkey and Mommy Milkers lol, come up with something original. Hashtag CCM.
Max, in the live chat, donated $10 and said, wow, that's all you clowns can come up with. Fat Turkey, Mommy Milkers, LOL. Come up with something original. Hashtag CCM. That was a wonderful comment, and I really appreciate you, Max. I really appreciate you, Max. Thank you so much for that kind, generous comment.
Hey Turkey Cab, you know, want to stuff your fat ginger body with some
Don't
juicy
call
turkey
me
and
fat!
squeeze your fatty ginger boobs. Show my page, fatty ginger, fatty ginger, fatty ginger, fatty ginger, fatty ginger, fatty ginger. No one cares about stupid gingers.
First of all, you fucking prick. People do care. First of all, you fucking prick. People do care. Pardon my language. I should not have spoken out of tone. Well, it's not that I should have spoken. It's not that I shouldn't have spoken out of tone. It is simply disrespectful of you to say such foul things to me. How dare you? How dare you? I sounded a little bit like Greta Thunberg there for a minute. How dare you? How dare you leave a comment like that on my live stream?
Let me fucking tell you something, you asshole! I am not doing this with you today. Lieutenant Vanisher, please stop. Okay? Just stop.
I cannot do the girl voice currently because I've scratched me throat a little bit. Well, it's not that I've scratched me throat a little bit. It's that, you know, when you yell or you have your little moments early in the streams today from my 2 to 4 class, it gets a bit harder to do a little voice. I need me some hot tea. I need me a spot of some hot tea. If I had a spot of hot tea in my hand right now, I'll be sipping that tea and I'll be giving you a piece of my mind. A little bit different. It's not like I'd be giving you a piece of my mind. Piece of my mind. I'd be, you know, I'd have something to lozenge, you know, lubricate the throat. Well, everyone, listen. 100 votes, and it looks like people want no accent, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna drop the accent in 3, 2, 1. There. Normal voice. Okay? That's simple. It's easy. So, listen. Yeah, why don't... Okay. Well, do y'all want to talk about emojis? Do y'all want to talk about emojis, or do you want me to play Fortnite?
Hey Gen Z, you can suck it. You can't tell me what to wear. Cause I've been rocking this side part since you had Kermit on your underwear.
Cameron, mute this Nagar fat kid. Cameron, mute this Nagar fat kid. Cameron, mute this Nagar fat kid. Cameron, mute this Nagar.
Do not approve another comment by this individual. I don't know if you're not understanding that they're trying to say something. That's not a different language they're speaking. They're trying to get around the system that we've set up to prevent certain words and hateful slurs from being said. Please do not approve of another comment on this stream from that individual. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know what? Maybe drop a 1-on-1 in the live chat if you're an SJW like me and you think you could talk with me live on stream in the future. I'm going to be honest, everybody. I have got a pretty shitty sinus cold today, which is why I sound a little stuffy. I've had a headache, pressure in my sinuses, and I have felt lethargic today from the sinus cold, and even food doesn't taste as good. I can still taste food. I haven't lost my sense of taste or anything. And I'm vaccinated. I get sinus cold sometime this time of year during the fall winter season, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and I'm telling you, it's fucked with me a little bit today, and my ability to kind of get into gear with when a sinus cold gets worse at night sometimes. It's fucked with my ability to get into the mode of teaching. But I still wanted to stream. I don't want to miss a stream. That's why I'm here right now. I told everyone earlier that I'd be there in 4 hours, and I'm here. But I have an issue. Not an issue.
You're getting to be a big
What the
boy.
fuck did I talk? What did I say? What did I fucking say? All right.
Each day I grow some more.
Blah blah blah. I'm not gonna let this Cameron. Okay, whoever. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
I'd love penis. I love penis. Cause I fancy one.
Well,
anyone.
Okay, first of all, don't tell me Happy Thanksgiving, cause first of all, I don't approve. You should know I don't approve of Thanksgiving. Brian Keener said, at Johnny Bonsaco, there is such a thing as too much cocaine ? XD. That would explain a lot about Brian Keener. No offense, Brian. I know Brian has recently tried to turn over a new leaf. So, Loretta Silvermember said, thank you for getting vaxxed, Copper. You're saving thousands of lives because of it, maybe millions of lives. What can I say, people? What can I say? All right, everybody. Anybody who thinks that they can beat me at a staring contest, we're going to have a championship. Anyone who thinks they can beat me, I'm making a voice chat in my Discord server. It's going to be called Staring Contest. Nobody will be able to beat me. Nobody. You have to get in there and you go on camera. I will full screen you. And then you're going to try to outdo me in a staring contest. Or not. I feel like shit right now, everybody. Ugh. Look, folks. I think I'm gonna end the stream a little early, guys. Okay. I'm really tired. Like, I'm not tired. I just feel.
Hey, Gen Z, you can suck it. You can't tell me what to wear. Cause I've been rocking this side part since you had Kermit.
What did I say about approving? What did I say about it? Is the fucking approval thing broken? Blah 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 blah. I can't go into Discord. What is this? Get some rest, brother, at CopperCab. Sumzone Cat, go rest. Fire emoji. That's nice of all of you to say. Ugh, gosh. At CopperCab, just take a day off if you have to. Well, I don't want to take a day off. I just want to, Johnny Bonsacco, dude, if you aren't feeling well, get the fuck out of here and go feel better. We'll be here when you're feeling better. Drop a 1-1-1 in the live chat if you're okay, if you're cool with me ending the stream a little early. I'll hang out in my Discord voice chat, but I don't have the energy right now to be on stream. But I didn't want to let you guys down and not show up, you know. I did well earlier, but I can just feel that I'm not able to just get that energy right now that I normally am able to. You know what I'm talking about. Objectively, come on. You know, I'm able to bring a lot of energy to streams when I want to. It's hard for me to do that right now because I'm just not feeling very good. I appreciate you guys, though. The people dropping 1-1-1s, it's very kind of you. No, I'm not going to smoke some fucking weed, Connie. Drink fluids. I have been drinking a lot of water. I'm going to go hang out in my Discord server, okay? Yeah, I doubt any of y'all want to sit here and watch me just half-ass stream. I don't want to do a half-ass stream. I'd rather do a fun stream and make everybody happy instead of just being bored. You know what I mean? All right, everybody. Well, I will see all of you tomorrow. I apologize if I've let any of you down. I hope that you feel better. Or it's not that I hope that you feel better. Well, if you're sick, hopefully you feel better. But I hope that you have a great night. I'll be in the Discord server. I'll probably be in the voice chat if you want to talk to me. I might not be very talkative because I don't feel very good right now. But yeah, it's just a sinus
This is my
cold. Don't worry.
happy song. I like to sing it all day long. I'll teach you the words, then you can sing along.
All right, folks. Anyway, No, I don't think I let anybody down. I don't think I let any of you down. I don't think I let any of you down. I'm just going to get off the stream for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow after I've gotten some water and some... Well, I won't... No, sorry. I won't be streaming tomorrow because I've got to go to... I've got to go to a Thanksgiving party. It's a Thanksgiving thing. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but obviously my wife, her family... It's my first time being... You know, I'm married into the family now. It would be very rude of me to not go. Obviously, so I'm gonna go, and so I probably won't be streaming tomorrow. I might be around at the later 8 p.m. stream. I'll say this, okay? Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy delicious food with friends and family or friends, if your friends are your family, whatever. Family's not always related by blood. Sometimes, you know, you find your family. Or your family finds you. But again, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to not be biased here. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, all right? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, okay? Happy Thanksgiving, all right? There, I said that. Take care, everyone. Peace, y'all. I'll be in Discord if you want to chat with me. Appreciate y'all understanding.